Should startups have a chief technology officer or a chief product officer? And how do those roles differ? And what's more important for a startup? That's what I want to talk about today on Product Driven. To survive and thrive, you must adopt a product-driven mindset. If you don't know me, my name is Matt Watson. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years, started 3 SaaS companies and sold them, and this is my background. I am a product-driven CTO, software engineer. I'm a product guy at heart. I love to build things. And my goal on this channel is to educate everyone about the product mindset and how important it is in software development. So I've been a CTO, we'll call it CTO, for 20 years, but I've always been the person that has the product vision. I'm a product guy at heart. I don't write the best code. I've never been the best software architect. I've had many developers that were better engineers than me, but none that were as good as me at product. And being able to go from the product needs to the technology needs is the role of the CTO, right? You should be able to sit in the boardroom and executive meetings and figure out, okay, what do we need to build? How do we use technology to achieve the goals of the company? But if you're a SaaS company, that's almost always the product. Like product is the whole game. And I really believe that at a SaaS company, the CTO needs to help have the product vision. Now, usually that starts with the CEO, who may have the company vision, but the product vision supports the company vision, right? So there's nothing wrong to say, hey, the CTO can have the product vision. That doesn't take anything away from the company vision. The two things go hand in hand. And ultimately, the company vision could be one of the other founders or the original founder. It's like, hey, I want to build a company or a product that does X, Y, Z. I don't even understand how technology works. I don't know how I would even build a SaaS product to do this. I just know I have this business need. I need help building it. And that's where a great CTO can come in and say, hey, I understand technology. I understand how to apply it to go solve those business problems. And then they can grab that product vision and run with it and go build an amazing product. Okay. So now as we step back and think about, well, what about the chief product officer? What about how does that compare to the chief technology officer? Well, I kind of think in a very small company, that's the one and the same role. We need the chief technology officer to be that person. And I would actually argue, and I think we're going to continue to see this trend, where we should actually just make that role the chief product officer. It should be the role. And here's the reason why. There's a subtle nuance difference of, am I focused on technology, or product? And I want my CTO not to be nerding out on Kubernetes and AWS and programming languages and frameworks and all this kind of stuff. I literally don't even care. I care about the product. All of that stuff only services the product, especially at an early stage SaaS company. And one of the biggest mistakes that many startups make is they hire a software developer, senior developer, architect, whatever, somebody they know, and they give them this job title of chief technology officer, which is fine, even if they don't have a lot of experience at a executive level, don't have the business acumen. But the most dangerous part is who owns the product vision and knows that all of this stuff, all of this technology stuff has to service product. So again, that's why I think we would be better off to say, no, you know what? I'm not looking for a CTO. I'm looking for a chief product officer that has an engineering background, that knows how to architect software, but product comes first. It's the subtle nuance of what comes first. And I think that is what's really critical for startups. The last thing we want is a CTO who keeps building stuff and they create a feature factory and like, I'm going to add more features. I'm going to engineer this thing, and their heads down in the code and they're like feature, technology, and not like product and a little more outward facing. The biggest mistakes that startups make is they don't talk to customers. They don't talk to the market. They don't validate what they're building and how to build it, have a roadmap, do the planning, do all the things. Guess what the chief product officer is supposed to do? That. And that is one of the key things that's critical to success for startups. So if a company has a chief product officer, can they manage a development team? Absolutely. They can run the stand-ups, they can help oversee the team, and if they have an engineering background, that's awesome. That's great. Or they can hire a lead developer, team lead, director, whatever the title is, to help oversee and run that team. But the biggest challenge with software development, especially if you're a developer and you're listening to this right now, you're like, I don't get good product requirements. I don't get good direction, road mapping, understanding why are we building what we're building? Like, why are we doing this? And you know what would solve that? having a chief product officer that thought that way. Shift the mindset. Product, not just technology. Like, let's not talk about what we're gonna build and all the cool technology we're gonna use. Let's talk about why we're gonna build it. Again, I think we're gonna continue to see this trend, and I think if I was hiring an executive today, I would wanna hire somebody who has a software engineering background, but has a very, very strong product mindset and understands that product comes first. If you enjoy this kind of content and understanding the product mindset and the importance of it when it comes to software engineering, please subscribe. Thank you, guys.